Now imagine you're using an app or even a website, and you're presented with a form or settings, and you're struggling to work out what each of these settings does. So as an example, we're looking at the File Commander app, and this is on Android. Now when you go to the FTP section, if you want to connect to an FTP server, for example, you will be presented with this dialog. Now some of these options you might not be familiar with, so an easier way now to get the answers as to what each option does is you take a screenshot. Now you can do this by various methods depending on your phone. You can open ChatGPT on your phone. Go into a browser or a ChatGPT app if there is one. Open it and start a new chat. What you do now is you press the plus button at the bottom and you click on add photos. And now you select the photo, the screenshot, which you just took of the interface or the form that you want to know about. So I've loaded it in. And now you just tell ChatGPT which program it's from. So I've written this is File Commander app on Android, and it is useful to put the platform or the device as well. For example, Android, iOS, or desktop Windows. And you just tell it briefly, what the form is or what the interface is. So I've just said it's the FTP section in File Commander, and then you just ask it to explain what each of those options or settings does. So let me just scroll down. We can see what ChatGPT says. It tells us that it's a screen from File Commander app on Android, where you configure and add FTP server and FTPS server connections. Here's what each option means. So he has actually identified what the screenshot is, and now it's going to go into details as to what each option does. Now bear in mind, this is early days and it's artificial intelligence, and it's always best to double check things. You can't just take it for what it says there, really. I mean, it could be accurate, but there might be a few errors in it as well. So it's always best to double check if you need to. So it's explained what the FTPS options are at the top. So you got two select things there. That's for the type. Server, that's a server field. You put in the name of your FTP server, such as ftp.example.com, or the IP address. Then you can put the port in. See, what I wanted to know was the difference between active and passive. So let's see if it's explained that. Yeah, so it's explained it here. So mode, active, passive. The passive mode is the default. It's recommended in most cases, especially on mobile or behind firewalls. The client on your phone initiates all connections. And active mode is where the server initiates the data connection. This can be blocked by NAT or firewalls and is rarely used on mobile. So I'll be using a passive mode then, because I'm using it on a mobile. And then it goes through all the other fields also. User, you put in your FTP username, password, anonymous. Tick this if the FTP server allows anonymous access. Encoding, show as. And it's even explained the buttons at the bottom, such as the OK and cancel and what they do. So that is actually really, really good. I mean, it's really, really useful because it saves you having to kind of explain in words, what option or what setting, you want to get help with. So we just take a screenshot of the entire interface or the setting section or the of the actual app itself. Take a screenshot of the app, load it into ChatGPT. I mean, it could also work in other GPTs or other AI chatbots. I've not really tested it. So you can test it on the one that you use. Maybe you use Claude or Perplexity. I thought this was really useful, so I'm sharing it with others. If you like this video, please like, share, follow, subscribe to see more videos like this.